So the theme for this second photo shoot in America's Next Top Model is spraying blue perfume on you that can disappear with the presence of water and wind. And I have to say, compared to the first photo shoot, I think they did a slightly disappointing job for me. First up is Miss Tatiana from Hawaii, and I quite like her picture. Although her pose is giving me like I'm cold with the presence of water and wind, but I really like her face though. The sweet girl from Arkansas, Miss Jessica, has a very nice fabric in her picture. That's what I noticed that first, and that's not a really good thing. Although I like her face, it's a little bit serene, but the pose is a little too stiff. Miss Alexandra fell twice in the runway show. Her picture to me, I don't see any perfume. Do you see any perfume? Her face reminds me of Lola from Australia's Next Top Model Cycle 5. And the pose sucks, I'm sorry. Whenever I see Reina during her interviews, and especially in this picture, she reminds me of America Ferrera, who acted Ugly Betty, but of course a prettier modelly version. I really like the picture, it's striking, it's face on, and it is telling me that she's selling perfume. Well done, Reina. Simone, the sorority girl, has a very unusual pose. She looks like she's listening to the perfume's brand name. But I like her face, it's very stunning and she doesn't look like Akon. Miss Alasia is giving me nothing in this picture. Her makeup make her look like a frog. Her pose is very stiff, it's like she's just standing there and letting her hair blend in with the water and wind. She didn't feel the elements for me. I didn't know that Nadwa has been eliminated, and it is quite saddening, but I understand why the judges want to eliminate her because her pose is just over exaggerating, and this is where her experience kind of hurt her. I do like the face and the open mouth, it's just that her pose is too dramatic. I have to say that Miss Ansley has given Madonna and Lady Gaga a run for their money. I think her over accentuation of the neck and the jutting out chin is really gorgeous, and the blue perfume really blends in with the skin really well. This picture could be an ad. Ren, the cool and edgy girl. I'm sorry, I don't like the picture. Her face kind of looks like a wet Egyptian cat. I think her face is quite large compared to her body. Experiencing a headache for me. Krista, the 24-year-old girl who auditioned for how many times since the cycle has started? I think her face doesn't go well with the whole concept. Her eyes are kinda weak for me, and she didn't serve her high cheekbones well for me in this shot. I don't get Brenda's face in this shot. She looks a bit like Marjorie Conrad from America's Next Top Model Cycle 11. Her face do photograph a bit old. I just wonder why the judges didn't notice that yet. In Angelique's case, I have to say that she looks harsh in person, but in pictures she looks soft and ethereal. I like the pose. It's like she's sensitive to something. But in this shot, it tells you very clearly that why you shouldn't get your weave wet because it will look like a cat like just came up from the bath or something. The hair really is bothering in this picture. If I was Miss Tara Banks, my color order would be as follows: Reina, Ansley, Tatiana, Simone, Angelique, Alexandra, Jessica, Brenda, Nadwa, Ren. Bottom two, Krista and Alasia. Eliminated Alasia for the second time in a row. Miss Alasia, please get eliminated. Oh my god. That concludes my review on America's Next Top Model Cycle 14, the second photo shoot. So tune in next week for some more reviews on America's Next Top Model. This is Brandon.